Okay, I'll just use this one. Show who you are. Good riddance. Is your kid in bit the forbidden? As it was written, you overbid it. With the heathens, karma is a bitch, so how you living? Pray for my enemies, I'm forgiving. Cast the pearls on hog moms and chitlin'. If it's too hot, get your ass out the kitchen. Finger licking good, good looking. Stewing in the stew, I'm cooking. You psyched out, paranoid and shookin'. Shook the table, spades I'm booking. Get prepared for this ass whooping. Listen to the words being spoken. You were talking, I'm awake and woken. While I'm spitting this, got your spit, got choking. Era up, a glance in my world, eyes shut open. Parallel in my mind, I'm chosen. Reverse the time, heart frozen. Antarctica, cold as ice. Casting lots, rolling dice. Mean as nails, I'm nothing nice. They persecuted me like they rejected Christ. Oh, oh, hey. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Shit We Like Shit tonight. Thank you, ladies, for joining me. Thank you, Sarah, for joining us tonight. We're going to have a good little topic here. We're talking about abuse and bullying and how to cope with it and how to get over the traumas of bullying and abuse. How you doing tonight, Goddess Honest?
I'm beautiful, divinely guided and protected. Ashe, and you?
I'm all right. I'm doing. And what about you, Theron over there? What you eating? Always
I'm eating on the rainbow float with
a rainbow float.
Rainbow float. What's in that?
uh rainbow sherbet ice cream with cactus cooler soda.
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like you good over there.
Yep, I'm straight.
Good evening, T. Lachey, Miss Wisdom. How you doing tonight?
I am good, thank you. How is everybody doing?
Beautiful. How are you, Miss T. Lachey?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
That's
Okay, so we might have a few more panelists joining. So just to keep everything like structure, I ask that no one talks over each other, and I also will be muting mics so that we can hear one each other. So please don't take it as shade or anything, and because it's a few people that might be just stopping by. And also, please heed to my words and stuff because I'm just trying to keep it organized. Okay, and then if it gets to be too many people on, then I will have like a time limit on responses to certain things. Okay, everybody got that?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am.
Okay, so now I had some stuff prepared to talk about, but I do want to ask the panel: have you guys ever been bullied?
Yes.
Starting with you, Goddess. Go ahead. Can you tell us
Yeah.
about?
Well, when I was a child, I was the second oldest grandchild, but I was younger than everybody else, and I was quiet and I was shy and I wanted to be everybody's friend, but I got picked on and just damn near tortured. Uh, yeah, in the family dynamic.
Okay. What about you, T. Lachey? Have you ever been bullied?
Yes, ma'am. One girl, and maybe at different times, 4 to 5 different boys.
Mm.
And it was all while I was between 11 and 14.
Mm. Oh, wow.
The girl didn't even know me, never spoke to me, anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey, Melvin. Hi. Melvin said hello. What about you, Theron? Have you ever been bullied before?
No, I've never been bullied before.
Oh, so were you the one doing the bullying?
No, keep it 100. Actually, I used to fight the bullies. Anytime I seen somebody being bullied, I always stood up for the person that was being bullied. So no, I never been bullied, and I was never a bully.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting that you said that because there is a cycle of bullying that happens. And I do want to go over the cycle of bullying really quick. Um, can everybody see that? I know some of y'all probably on your phone. Can y'all see that?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Cycle of bullying.
So I think when he said he used to fight the bully, he would be in the G category, the defender, right? He
Yes.
dislikes the bullying and will try to help the person being bullied. Um, and it's so crazy because I didn't even realize it was a cycle of bullying, right? Um,
Can you read them off, Mika?
yes, I was going to read them off. I was going to go through
Okay,
each one.
because I can't see the word, honey. I see the bold stuff, but
Okay. Okay. So it's going in a circle, counterclockwise from A through G, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And so A would be the bully, and then inside the circle it says that's the one that's being bullied, right?
mm-hmm.
So A, it says the bully starts the bullying and plays an active part. So of course I'm pretty sure most people understand who the bully is. That's the main character, And then it has as B, the follower does not start the bullying, but carries out the acts of bullying behavior. So the follower will be following the bully. And most likely, the follower is only doing that because the bully is probably bullying him too. You feel me? And then you have the supporter passive bully. The supporter passive bully supports the bullying and may take part in bullying. And this is the one that bothers me the most. Letter D is the passive supporter, possible bully. He seems to like the bullying, but does not partake an active part. But I want to show. Wait a minute, real quick. I want to show. Let me go through this and then I'll show the other graph that I have. And then letter E, it says the disengaged onlooker uses a variety of reasons not to intervene. And then you have the passive defender, dislike the bullying, but does not do anything to help the bully, the one that's being bullied. I'm sorry. And it reminds me of when that girl got hit with the brick. Do y'all remember that?
You talking about the one that was faking, that was
You think
lying
she
about
was
the
faking?
situation? What?
You think she was faking?
You talking about the one that was crying about getting hit with the brick?
Yes.
Do you know she just got prosecuted for that? They just charged her with that for lying because she raised like 42,000 on a GoFundMe, and it was a big ass act. That shit wasn't even real.
What?
Yeah.
Because it was a man who fessed up to the crime. Are you
Yeah,
sure?
they just now charged the lady with it. It was a fraud. If you'd have did your research on it, you would have seen that this is not the first time that she set something up like that.
I did do my research on it, and
Uh, 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 uh.
I did do
Obviously
my
not,
research on
because
it.
I mean I found the situations where she set it up before.
I
Right when the
see.
situation happened, I myself was going to speak on it, but I
Mm,
held my tongue, and
mm,
then the story started coming out of her doing this in the past. Today, I just now seen an article today where she's being charged with fraud under deception because she raised between $30,000 and $42,000 on GoFundMe for
mm,
that fake ass shit that she set up.
mm.
That shit was
So,
all cap.
so I did see that she used to do skits about stuff like that, and she had slapped a white man. I remember that,
Yeah.
and that was a skit. And then I also saw her do a video with her police report and her doctor note and all that stuff. And then I also saw a man confessing to being the one that hit her with the brick. And I also saw a man who said he was there who wasn't there. He was just trolling to get likes and views. And then I didn't see the article today that you're talking about, but recent events, she said that she's still waiting for the police to do their due diligence, and this was yesterday.
Why would she be waiting on the police to do due diligence yesterday, and this happened months ago?
This happened what, in September?
At least.
Right. So I have no idea. I didn't watch the full video, but if you have a source that says that she is being convicted of being charged for falsifying a police report.
No, for frauding with the intent, the deceit, for the money that she raised when it wasn't real.
Let me see if I can look in
Yep. I seen it at least 3 different times on my timeline earlier today. I subscribe to a lot of different news media sites.
Rhoda Osmond, 33, has been charged with felony theft by deception.
There you go.
I see it in Houston. Is that where she's from?
I don't know where she's from. Keep it 100.
I'm trying to see if there's another.
Oh, that's definitely her.
No, I know who she is.
Okay.
This is this is a new development. But just because she charged doesn't mean that she's guilty, right?
No, it sure doesn't. It sure doesn't.
She lied, Mika. She lied.
Yeah, I know. She's trying to hold on to
hey, man. I mean, sir.
Trying to hold on to it's okay.
No, I'm not holding on to nothing. But like you said, just because a person, I've been charged with a whole bunch of stuff, but I wasn't guilty. So just because a person is charged with something,
Mika, she's the only woman in the world who get hit with a brick and can still talk normally without a dislocated jaw or nothing. I mean, I've never seen. Well, she's a sturdy woman. That's a strong black woman. I ain't never seen nobody who can get hit with a brick on the side of the face without looking, and their jaw ain't broken.
And then recording it right after.
I mean, she was standing right outside a restaurant. I ain't never seen a restaurant who has no video evidence of what happened. I mean, I don't know. This is just me.
Okay, so I clicked on the Houston Post or whatever, and it took me to X, which was formerly known as Twitter. Can you guys see the screen if you can?
Yep.
So somebody said they broke it. I was just looking at the comments.
It's cold. Shit.
The lady said she was attacked with a hard water bottle, not a brick, and they have the footage of the attack. Nasty work. What?
So now they switching.
Wait. Hot water bottle.
A water bottle and a brick. That's a long distance. That's 2 different things.
She might be.
Well, hold up. Hey. A hot water bottle can be very dangerous to sit outside in the sun for a long time. It can burn your ass. So
okay, but like a brick in a water bottle, is it a frozen water bottle?
I think she said hot. I think it was hot.
Yeah, that's like 2 I don't know. That's some totally different goddamn, weapons. I'm just saying.
I mean, the brick made most goddamn sense. But hey.
Oh shit! I ain't never seen a woman get hit in the face with a brick. Oh shit!
So this. Oh god, the video was starting. But I'm so not. Oh god. Anyways. Whether she got hit with a brick, because we don't want to get too deterred. The fact of the matter is, everybody.
She's not a good example to use.
Assumed she was lying.
She's not a good example to use. She's not a good example to use. Find somebody else.
Why is she not a good example? because everybody was going after her. Because first of all, the case is now fulfilled, and so we don't want to misjudge or speak too fast. Let's see how the court case goes if she goes to court, and then we could say, okay, she was lying. But right now,
she's still not a good example to use because there's reasonable doubt. If we use the reasonable doubt doctrine, she's not a good example to use.
But we're not in the court of law right now.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying though.
I mean, but we got common sense. We got common sense.
Okay, let me play this. Let me play this clip real quick.
She just so set on saving this woman that she want to act blind now.
National attention after that woman live streamed what she claimed was the aftermath on Instagram and started a GoFundMe.
Oh, it's in and out.
Only KPRC2's Bryce Newberry is talking with the prosecutor on this case tonight. He joins us live near the Galleria with the latest. Bryce.
Daniela, Houston police got called to this street in September, and when they arrived, the woman seen in that viral video told them that an Uber driver threw a brick at her head and then tried to kidnap her. But tonight, she has become the focus of this criminal investigation because Houston police say the surveillance footage captured by cameras on this street doesn't match her story.
Yo, how surprising. My face with a brick and all these black men just watched.
This video with more than 1 million likes on the Shade Room's Instagram page captured the moments after what appeared to be a brutal attack in West Houston.
Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
The woman is 33-year-old Rhoda Osman.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this?
Seen here in tears in a hospital gown.
She told the detective that responded that she was hit in the head with a brick after she refused to give her phone number to a guy on the street.
And was that verified by any of the evidence that detectives looked at?
No, that was not verified.
Harris County prosecutor Keith Houston says surveillance videos from that early September morning show Osman hitting a man first.
So she's the one she was the aggressor.
She was the aggressor, yes.
And it was a water bottle that hit her, not a brick?
He did have a water bottle in his hand, and we think that's what left the mark.
According to court documents, she asked someone else to launch this GoFundMe for her recovery, raising more than $42,000. But as the story went viral, a blogger on TikTok called police, alerting them to this 2020 GoFundMe, which claimed a vicious assault by a security guard in Minneapolis.
Detective Thornton verified with Minneapolis police that there was no assault done at that time. It was completely fictional.
Okay, y'all, I'm gonna stop this right now.
Oh, why? Why you want to stop it now? Why you want to stop it?
Keep it rolling. Received all that money had the campaign not been shut down.
The violence
don't stop it now. You know what? I'm gonna just be real, even though I'm trying to be
believable. I can't even believe I'm here. They try to leave
me. I was just gonna pause it because if this is the case, I'm furious because because
you've been advocating for this. You've been advocating for this woman for the last 5 months, and you got the wool pulled over your eyes. And now
hold on.
There's nothing to play with, and a lot of women was. I'm not the only woman that was in her defense because something happened to the lady's face. Okay,
hey, you know why? Hey, Mika.
Hold on, Theron. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
So. Yes, I am sympathetic and empathetic to any woman that gets hit by a man. And that was her story, you know, and it was not just like you said, I wasn't like advocating, no. But I was just pulling out the stories that I saw her tell and all the stuff. And I never just said she did it or didn't, but I always maintained, let's see how this develops. And the fact that it developed like that, I am very disgusted. Because
okay, Mika, but how you feel about if she was the aggressor in the situation and she got the shit knocked out of her after she done put her hands on a man?
I feel disgusted. I don't think no one should put their hands on no one.
Hey, Mika. You know why you jumped on her team so tough?
Why?
Because she pushed that narrative to my no black man wanted to help me.
That's right.
I've seen your history with talking about black men not standing up for sisters. So that was right up your alley. And that's why you jumped head in on that because you thought that it played into your narrative that you be pushing, and that shit was bullshit all the way
First of
across the
all,
board.
you ain't never seen me say
What?
black men don't stand up for nobody, and I don't know why you come out here and
Mika,
talk like
Mika,
that.
Mika.
Pull
Why you,
your
Mika,
receipt
Mika,
and show me
Mika,
where I say
Mika,
black men
hey,
don't stand up for nobody.
Mika, I done seen you man bashing so many times on your podcasts,
Pull
and that shit
one,
played right into
pull
your
one
narrative.
receipt that show me male bashing.
Come
Pull
on
one.
now.
Pull
Come
one.
on now.
Mika. Hold on,
Huh.
Mika. You mail bash me and Ratchet Craig all the time.
All the time. All the time.
All the time. But I want to
Come
say
on,
this
Craig.
though. I want to say this right here, right? Okay, like check this out, right? I understand why a lot of women would flock to this, because a lot of them have been abused, because abuse is very, very prominent in Black culture. You see what I'm saying? It really is. Domestic violence, abuse, it is there, right? And I would be a fool to say it's not. But what this woman has done, she's actually in a lot of ways made it harder for women who are in abusive situations to get help because of this. You see what I'm saying? Because of her selfishness. All she wanted was some money. You feel what I'm saying? There's some women out there who really, 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 really need help. And so you have a lot of men out there who will see that and they're like, God dang, my own woman would betray me and attack me and belittle me and demonize me. And I never put a hand to her. I would defend her. So I'm not going to pretty much look at my own women no more. I gotta look at them like they my enemies. And see, this is what this woman did. She made a selfish, stupid ploy for attention and money and fame, right? Just because she wanted more attention, more money, more limelight, and she's willing to lie for it and blame a victim that has always been demonized to be a so-called abuser, and that is the Black man. You see what I'm saying? It's really unfair what she did. It's very, very unfair and very, very selfish. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially when we're trying to fix each other and heal and stuff. Because like this generation, and I think actually Mika's generation, right, is the generation that healed from the crack era. You see what I'm saying? That's healing from it. I'm sorry. So for her to do this, and when they said Houston, and I live in Dallas, so I said, oh yeah, there's a lot of scammers down there in Houston. You know what I'm saying? I should have known. So yeah, this is very, very classic.
All right.
Of them.
But Classic Craig, let me just get back to you telling me I'll be bashing you and Ratchet, because y'all be going at my juggler all the time. Black women this, Black women that. So yes, I'm going to defend the position of a Black woman because I am a Black woman. Never have I put down any Black man. I am married to a Black man. My daddy is a Black man that raised me. So I do not bash Black men. So y'all need to clear that. Let's clear that up right now.
Okay, first of all, he's from Wakanda. He ain't Black. So,
he is Black.
So he's from Wakanda. He is not from here. He is not from here. You know what I'm saying? He has an accent, so he ain't one of us. Thirdly, hold up. Secondly, I gotta get secondly. Now,
where do you have me?
Huh?
Check this out.
Where do you have me at, honey? Let me go clear some energy.
Right.
Secondly, I'm gonna tell you this, Mika. Honestly, when it comes down to it, right, we're not attacking Black women. We were attacking bad character, just like how you got bad character with most men. You see what I'm saying? We know your points at the end of the day, right? And for everyone to know, excuse me, I'm very sarcastic with it, But the point is, right, when it comes down to certain people and their character, right, some people try to excuse their bad character. You know what I'm saying? Man or woman. You know what I'm saying? We just can't let it slide now, That's just how it is.
This is, as a woman that suffered from, that survived domestic abuse, this is super disgusting. I don't like it. It really irritates me that someone would do something like this. She is playing with people's lives here. Because now, because it got traction and because it went viral, now it makes, and she's not even an African American. She's from a whole different country. But I'm saying, because she's saying that she's a Black woman and this and that, it would really give Black women a bad name, right?
Well, you want to know something funny, Mika? To be honest with you, Arabs, Muslims, that's their stuff. Picking up a brick and hitting somebody upside the head, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because they have that extreme patriarch culture. They do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's really bad. Wolfing she proposing what she did. It's matter of fact, it was another case. I don't know if you guys heard about it. It was a man. I think he was about younger than me because I'm 30. I think he was about like 24, 25. He got mad at this girl and she lied and said he had AIDS, and everybody demonized him, attacked him, and stuff like that. You know, looked up his mama's house, and he was just getting attacked on the internet. Then it came out when he showed the test that he never had AIDS, no form of any sexual diseases. You know what I'm saying? She disappeared. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that.
But because it was a black man, right? It was easy to attack him. Yeah, easy target. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Easy target. And, you know, he's trying to sue and, you know, for harassment and a few other things. But what I'm saying is, it's just, you got some ladies like this one who got supposedly hit upside the head with a brick, who hate black men. They have a hatred for their own men. You know what I'm saying? And hold on. I'm sorry, God is honest. I was just joking with that. That's a little joke me and Mika got with the whole thing. Yeah, that Mika married a black man. You know, that is one of us. I just like pulling a leg with it because he pulled my leg. You know.
No, I'm just going energy, and it's just like a you know a type of energy that I really don't resonate with. You know, I thought I was coming on a panel to talk about bullying. You know, yeah, that's all. I was talking to me because she knew what I was talking about when I said that.
Yeah, I know. Cause you see how they was just bullying me right now, right? They was just bullying me.
Oh yeah, I ain't with all that. Like that shit ain't funny to me. It ain't, you know, just he ha, none of that shit. Respect and love, peace and love. That's it.
I got you. Even though Mika bullied me, but it's all right.
None of my business.
Hey y'all, welcome to the stage, y'all. What's going on, sis? I didn't get a chance to introduce you to the stage. How are you? You there? She just listening. Yeah. Okay, she probably stepped away from the mic. But anyways, let me move on to this other. It's similar to the bullying. It's similar to the other bullying chart, but I think it's more in depth. Let me just check and see here. Okay, let me go back to that. That is just such a shame, though. I don't like that. So it's the same circle or whatever. So let me ask you guys this, right? If a man, because a girl did bring up a point, you know, she was very distasteful of what she did. If a man sees a woman getting beaten or whatever, should he step in or not?
Hey,
Yaya, how you doing?
I'm good. I could not take it off of mute, but how you guys doing? Repeat that question you just said.
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Okay. If a man sees a woman, like say a woman on the street is getting attacked by a man, do you think it's wrong for him not to get involved, or you think he shouldn't get involved?
I think it's wrong for him not to get involved. I mean, I don't think he has to get deeply involved, but he should at least try to stop the other man from beating a woman. Say something.
I'm just gonna mute everybody mic until I can until you know I get through all the questioning everybody. What's up, Paul? Thank you for joining us. You got it together, brother?
Not really, but I figured I'd come and try to show some support before I close my eyes.
So what do you
work in the morning?
So what do you think about if a man's would you watch a woman get beat? Like, would you just not? It's none of your business, or would you interject?
Those are scenarios that I'd have to reflect on personal things that I've experienced, such as when a man and woman that I know that are dating arguing. I probably wouldn't get involved. I might say, bro, come on, man, you ain't got to do all that. But I'd be damned if I'm going to get in the middle and say, bro, stop. Because I've seen instances where the woman would turn around and turn on you for even touching her man. So no. Another thing to consider is if I'm with my woman and I see that, now I'm getting into an altercation with another man over a woman. And then how does my woman feel about me fighting a man over another woman and or getting hurt behind another woman? You see, some people think like that, you know. So I think, I might try to, get the brother to calm down, but as far as
Paul dropped off. Okay, I'm sorry, Paul. Let me ask the next person. T. Lachey, what do you think about it? I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I've actually been a person to see it, and the guy himself told me to mind my business, and I told him when he put it in public, he made it my business. He wasn't gonna hit her in front of me. So to me, I don't care whether she ended up back with him or not. In front of me, I'm not gonna see it. It is what it is. And again, if it's in private, if I hear it, has nothing to do with me. But if it is in front of me, you made it my business, and I will do what I feel in that moment, whether it be help to break it up, try to stop them, call the police, whatever it is. Keep your business to yourself. That's just my take on it.
What you think about it, Darren? You on mute? Okay, let me unmute you. What you say, brother?
Okay, for me, it will all be circumstantial. Is each situation, warrants different type of action. And I have the scenarios like this. If you I'm walking up the street and a woman is walking up the street and then she's attacked by a man, I'm there 100%. If this is a lover spout, I'm gonna mind my business. So, each situation is going to get a different reaction from me.
Right, I agree.
Okay, what if you walking by in the midst of it, you don't know whether or not if it's a lover spout or it's just some random stuff? What do you do then?
Okay, well, it would be on me to make whatever type of judgment call I feel it is without putting myself in detrimental circumstance in essence. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like it's something that I can step between because of my physical strength, you know what I'm saying, then there's possibility that might transpire. But if it appears that just from my observation that there might be a weapon involved or whatnot, then like I said, I'm gonna have to give it 50 feet. Because at the end of the day, I still got 6 kids at the house. You know what I'm saying? And so, without me knowing the circumstances, I got to proceed with caution. If it's something that I see from the start, then I'm in it. I'm automatically gonna get in it. But if it's something that I don't see and I don't know the circumstances it's a whole lot of caution that's gonna come about on my part.
Mm-hmm. Proceed with caution. I agree with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So moving on, I was just thinking like how people that's been bullied becomes the bully. And you said you never been bullied and you never was a bully, but you bullied the bullies. So in a sense, you was a bully.
Well, no. See, this is what it was. My nickname is Hitman, and that name came about from when I was in elementary school, and I would see kids getting bullied. I would step up for them. And I would basically tell the kids, hey, give me a couple of dollars and I will protect you from the bullies. And so that's what kids started doing. My parents found the money and they thought I was a hitman because they thought I was actually going out and seeking some type of revenge or whatnot. But once the reputation was known that I didn't like bullies and didn't appreciate bullies and anybody around me that I would be protecting from the bully, I wasn't bullying the bully. I was just stopping them from doing it. My physical strength or my ability or want to use violence against somebody was known. So if you wanted them circumstances, because most bullies only bully people that they know are not going to do anything back. So if they know somebody in the vicinity is going to give them some pushback on it, they're not going to do it. Because at the end of the day, a bully is a coward. And they're only going to do something when it's in their favor. That's it and that's all.
100. He's right. I agree with him.
Paul, I asked the panelists earlier, have they ever been bullied? Have you ever been bullied?
I was bullied and I was a bully. So there was like I ain't gonna say I was really bullied. I was scared of this one kid, but everybody else, I had no fear of. Me and that kid never had any physical altercation, but it's just the fact that he was ugly and dusty looking. I was scared that the motherfucker might be really tough. Probably wasn't. I don't know. But I did bully other kids though, you know what I mean? Then I got my reckoning, when one of the guys stood up to me and we became friends. Now we did fight, but we became friends,
What about you, Yaya? Have you ever been bullied?
Yes, I have been bullied as a child, of course, probably once in elementary school by one person. But I have also been bullied by a male boyfriend.
Right.
And
I was going to ask that next about being bullied as an adult, too.
yeah, I have been bullied as an adult by a guy.
You don't want to go into detail on that one?
I mean, it was just a bully situation. I was young. It was when I was younger. I was maybe about, it was my first love. I was about, 19, 20. And he just used to, because we didn't, we were cut from two different cloths. And he just used to bully me, because I didn't know better. At that time, I didn't really know how to stand up for myself like that. So, and I was in love for the first time. So I was manipulated and bullied.
Okay. What about you, Craig? I don't think you answered that question. Have you ever been bullied?
Yeah, I've been bullied. Multiple times by my three older brothers, my three older half brothers, and in school. I'm gonna put it to you like this. Because of those two factors, it made me get a real vindictive chip on my shoulder, right? So it made me somewhat act out and do things a little bit more, to where I became a little bit more vengeful, and I would be told I went too far. You see what I'm saying? And because of that, I had to go through a few things in order to pay for what I've done. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I've been bullied before, and what bullying have done to me, right? And you're right, bullies will not mess with you because bullies will mess with you because they are cowards. They only mess with you because they know you're not going to do something. But when you do something and you go too far, that's when you become the actual bully itself. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, it just taught me a lesson at the end of the day. Either you get help, or you just really just try to walk away and avoid the bully instead of becoming the bully, because you can really get in trouble with it. You know what I'm saying? People look at you like you're a monster at the end of the day just by getting your so-called vengeance, But yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, because I was going to ask next to the panelists who did get bullied before, how did they overcome being bullied? Like, what is something they learned about that? Did they ever overcome it or whatnot?
You know what? And then it was my ex too, but I don't want to talk about that.
I think for me, I don't know. It was just like something that just no longer affected me anymore. And I think because we had moved away and then I started meeting other people. And now, mind you, even when I was being bullied, I was still bullying other kids. But when we moved away from that school and having to readjust, it was I don't know. It's hard to say, but I know that I did develop a disdain for bullies. I know I developed that. Even though I was one of them, I eventually stopped doing that. And I just I don't like bullies. So I can't explain how or when it happened, but I just know that at some point when we moved away from that school, I kind of changed how I felt about bullying and being bullied.
Okay. What about you, Miyaka? How did you get over your bullying?
Well, I left the dude. I left him and I just, kind of grew up. It did turn me into a different individual though for a long period of time until I really reflected and, under tried to understand where I all the trauma came from. I kind of began to act like him. But eventually I left him and then I just got over it. I just reflected and really seen what was up and I didn't let nobody else bully me after that. I turned into I wouldn't say I turned into a bully, but I kind of turned into a monster,
Mm-hmm. What about you, Goddess? How did you get through it? How did you get through the bullying? Goddess Honest. Wait a minute, I'm gonna mute you because I had everybody mutes because it was like background. So go ahead.
For me, like Craig and Yaya, I became the monster. I fucked up all of my cousins. They used to bully me. As we got into the teenage years, I came back with that fire and whooped all their ass. And I developed a tough exterior. Like Yaya said, I became the monster, and it was just now I understand it was because of all of the anger, which was making. All of the sense of being powerless to a certain extent when people always fucking with you and you don't know that you're a tough guy until you figure out that you're a tough guy yourself, so over time I just understood that I didn't want to be. I became a person that I didn't even like.
I know that feeling. You didn't know you
and
became.
and
Right.
and so when I recognized like how much I disliked myself, um I decided that I met different like mentors along the way because I was a troubled youth, grown, taking care of myself at 14 years old and shit like that. So I would go to school and there might be a counselor there or somebody to put me to the side all the time and tell me how much potential I had, and they were just so sweet and loving. I say, oh, I want to be like that. You know what I mean? You know how you meet people and they have such an impact on you?
Yeah, I do.
So yeah, over time, I didn't know how I could become like that, but I knew that's how I wanted to be. You know what I mean? And so just over time, uh, not wanting to operate in that energy.
Right. So the person that I had left and all of that, he did a lot of damage to me. It was 20 years later, he came back and was trying to talk and was telling me how he realized that he fucked up and this and that. But the best revenge was like, nah, bro, I don't care about none of that. I ain't fucking with you ever. Not even 20 years later.
Yeah, and also forgiveness, guys, forgiveness. Once you have a deeper understanding of who you are and understand that most people who come at you from angry places, anger is just an outward expression of pain, and that, the unhealed parts of them is the reason why they behave that way. I believe in forgiving the people, but I'm a firm believer in not ever allowing you to, be in my grace and my presence again
Right.
in this life. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's how I was. I do
Totally.
forgive him, but I
Yeah.
do forgive him, but it's like I told him, it's because it's not because of what you did, because people make mistakes, but it's the reason. Like, because I believe the only reason you did it was because you knew I wasn't in a position to stand up for myself. You knew I was a weaker link, and instead of you building me up, you tore me down. And for that reason, I never fuck with you in life.
Yeah, and that's fine. When I speak of forgiveness, then forgiveness is for you, so you don't be carrying around no bricks.
Mm-mm.
You don't know until you know.
Never
And
have.
once you know, then it's your responsibility. You know what I'm saying, to walk in your highest of power. That's a choice.
Tila Shay, what about you? How did you get over being bullied?
Like I said, the young lady didn't even know me. So for me, with the family that I grew up with, it was a matter of I didn't let words get to me. So she did a lot of talking, and until, you know, a person put their hands on you, that's a whole different story. So on that note, it didn't really bother me. For the young boys that bullied me, it was only one that took it too far. He lived in the little neighborhood, or not even neighborhood. It's like it wasn't even a complex. They were townhomes, but it was only like 20 of them. So there was a little part in the back where all the kids would hang out at. And one of my cousins was like, he's only picking on you because he likes you. And one day, though, he took it too far. I would blow him off, but he spit at me. And that's when I hit him. And for me, I just didn't let the words get to me. They could say whatever they want, long as they didn't put their hands on me. So I just let it go like that. As long as you don't touch me, your words are fine. I don't care what you say or what you call me. Just don't touch me.
Okay, so we covered the bullying a little bit, and we may revisit this further in the line.
Hey, Meek, I gotta get this off my chest. This really hurts. I'm gonna get it off. This is why I don't like your shows. They make me emotional like this. But I'm gonna tell you this. Right?
You did not. I know you did not change your thing talking about not Mika's friend because of bullying.
Yes, he did.
I am not no bully.
Okay, we're gonna talk about it. But I'm gonna tell y'all this, right? Now, I am very sarcastic, but now I moved a girl in. I've been knowing her for a long time, right? And I've been knowing her since high school, really. Now she always liked me, I always liked her. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have that much experience sexually. She did, right? So I was always intimidated by that. But then when I got experience and stuff like that, I said, well, she's available, I'm available, let me deal with her. So a few years later, I decided to move her in, you know what I'm saying? So it was official. She had a couple of things that happened to her in life. I had a couple of things that didn't happen to me in life because I was a straight arrow. But I knew her past of being in an extremely abusive relationship, right? And I said, well, I'm a better man. I can do better for her and everything. I won't abuse her. I would help her. I would bring her up. You know, I did things like going to the gym with her, you know what I'm saying? Rubbing her down in the bath water, all that little corny stuff you see a good man do, right? But eventually, right, because she was so used to abuse and things that happened to her in her life, she wanted me to be those things, like the abuser she had, right? Now, mind you, there's some things I'm not proud of, but because I have my little complex of weakness, right? Like the things she did, pick at me, nick at me and stuff like that, the verbal abuse I went through with her and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? It did slowly change me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys are familiar with basketball, but the greatest point guard ever and the greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry, right? His wife, Alicia Curry, right, knows that he's a good man, like a good guy, right? Even though he's the greatest NBA champion, greatest shooter ever, can shoot anywhere, right? She still wants him to be that thug, right? So my ex, what she tried to make me do is be somewhat like the people that abused her, right? And she was doing it by picking at me. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it almost worked, and there's some things I'm not proud of, right? And when I got her in that moment, like I was like the dude she had, she smiled because that's what she wanted. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't get when it come down to bullying, it's not just something physical, it's very mental also.
Exactly.
You know? And I ain't gonna lie, like I did break down and somewhat kind of cry because what it done to me. You know, it made me be something I said I would never be. You know,
right?
But I'm gonna just cut it off right there. You know,
Okay,
it's your fault.
So, no, it's good. You're all right, brother. I did want to talk about domestic abuse, right? Because it falls in line with bullying. Because I think that the bullying is the mental part. You know. And it's not just domestic abuse. It's physical abuse. I'm sorry. Let me clear it up. I want to talk about physical abuse, but I do want to lean into domestic abuse at some point in this live. And so I put up the cycle of physical violence, the cycle of abuse, and it's physical violence and sexual, and it's also mental, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so because the two to me go hand in hand, so it's hard to talk about bullying without talking about abuse. And before I get into the terms, I do want to ask the panel, had anybody suffer from any type of physical abuse? And let's start with let's start with Theron.
First off, in glancing at your display that you have up there, I have a problem with it stating using male privilege, but nowhere up there does it says anything about using women privilege, because abuse comes from both sides.
It does.
And so once again we have something that is targeting males and is slighted. So I got a problem with even using what's up there, because I know that it is once again slighted toward us as if we're the only abusers, when I know for a fact that I have been a victim of abuse by women several times throughout my life, and so has a lot of my friends also, and we just don't, it's not well documented because we don't tell anybody who would
Yeah, that's what I would say. You got to talk about it, honey. You have to talk about it, and you have to, but men are not used to expressing their feelings and emotions and stuff like that, which is systematic also. I have compassion for all of the men that's been abused, for sure. I know a lot of men, mostly good, really good, quality, wholesome men who do the right things are the ones who get these bitches who, and I say bitches, no disrespect to women or goddesses. I say bitches because that's who I'm referring to. That abuses the hell out of them, won't let them see their kids, use them up all of their money, they harass them, busting windows out, talking about their mama real bad, like just, I'm seeing some senseless shit being done to some good whole men.
Theron, I'm glad you brought that up, because I'm definitely got something else to show after that, and it is prevalent amongst females, but it's not only females that get abused. So I'm glad that you brought that up. Thank you for that.
Right, and always.
But it's, so in
if you
regards
zoom in on the image, it says treating him/her. All of them say him/her. It just says using male privilege, but if you blow it up, it says treating him/her/him. So it's to men and women.
Okay.
Yeah, treating her. Can you see it better now? Using male privilege, treating her/him like a servant, making all the big decisions,
Okay,
acting like the master of the castle, being the one to define men's and women's roles.
Yeah.
I'm not so much for the men versus female and I'm not for that. I'm for the unity of the masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang. You understand me?
Well,
I'm for,
Well, when they're using male, I think it's basically possibly talking about masculine energy. But I brought this cycle up not to stay focused on that per se, just to show that there is a cycle of abuse. And it could definitely be male or female that gets abused, right? And it's all about power and control. So let me just go through. Let me finish asking everybody else, because I don't know if Theron answers the question. You said you was abused before, right there. Okay. You was physically assaulted, like physically abused?
Well, I mean, I had an instance, I kind of messed with I had a psychic, and a psychic had told me, forewarned me that a woman I was involved with was going to do some very drastic things to me and for me to keep my cool. And it had ended up playing out about 3 months later. And this woman I was involved with, she I have multiple cars. One of my cars, it was in my driveway. She keyed up and cut the top on it. I came outside to confront her, and she attempted to drive her car. Well, she did it. She rammed it into my garage, trying to get to one of my classic cars. And she basically stood out in front of my house in her car, driving back and forth and attempting to run me over with her car. And all I could hear was my psyche telling me, just be cool. Just be cool. And after about maybe 6 hours of this, because it lasted from about 1 in the morning to about 7 o'clock in the morning, she left and went to the sheriff's department and filed a restraining order against me. So then I was served with a court date, and her mother was actually a LA County sheriff. And we went to court on this situation. But the one thing is, I have cameras all around my house. And I took those camera images in the court and showed the judge plus her, because you have to give it to the person and the judge. Everybody gets their discovery or whatnot, and it showed her doing all of these things. And the judge basically told her that she need to get up out of this court as soon as possible before it turns completely ugly on her, because everything she said was a lie and it was on camera. So she tore up property, attempted to run me over, and yes, I antagonized her. I most definitely did.
I was gonna ask, what did you do to the girl? Not like you did anything, but I kind of have a feeling of what you did.
Yeah, and that is happened several times in the past with different women who've acted out like that, where their first line of offense or whatever was to become violent in an attempt to get me to become violent. That's basically what they were trying to do, because the way the system is set up is that if I respond and is geared toward what the woman says, then I'm going to be the one that's going to take the major fall. And so I think that's why these tactics were used, but I just didn't bite. You know what I'm saying? And it worked out.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think the woman was trying to do that as a tactic to get you to turn everything on you, or do you think maybe she was just hurt and emotionally unstable and didn't know how to control her emotions or her feelings?
I think that she was trying to get me to turn because I was basically finished with her shenanigans, and she felt like this was going to be the end, so she acted completely out. Although that wasn't her first time acting out. Yeah, I mean, because in all honesty, in 2001, I went to prison, and the star witness was a woman that I had dealings with. And she told me out her mouth that if she couldn't have me, nobody could have me. And she, in essence, she snitched on me on some shit I did. And I went to prison because of her testimony against me.
What?
I went to prison.
I've seen that happen before.
I went to prison for over 7 years.
Yeah, that was
wait, this the same girl?
No, hell no, it's not the same girl. It's a different girl. Like I said, I've had these type of things happen a few times in the past.
You need to stop slow D'ing these women, okay? Stop doing that.
It's not that, Mika. It ain't.
You know what? Because I'm gonna keep it 100.
It really don't have nothing to do with that, because if you, ain't no D in the world can make you be that evil. That got to be in your heart.
You know what?
To want to see a man go to jail, that's evil. That don't.
That's very evil.
If you love the man and you love the dick, it's nothing it's nothing that a man can do to me to make me want him to go to jail unless he touched one of my kids or something. But other than that, you can just move on, my nigga.
And see, I honestly believe that all of these women have experienced a whole lot of past trauma, and that's the way that they act out like that.
Okay. Let me go to Tila Shay. Tila Shay, have you ever experienced the physical abuse?
Yes, ma'am. From the age of 17 to 24. More of it was during the pregnancy of our first child. being broken, which is a mental perspective. So when you're raised with the wrong mental perspective, you don't know what you're doing. You make choices and decisions that you don't know where they're going to lead you to. You don't know when game is being ran on you. You don't know when you're being lied to. You don't know what love is. And for different situations, for me, I was in it more so. I stayed in it more so for, one, the lack of not knowing how to walk away, not knowing what could possibly happen if I stayed. And at 17, you don't know much anyway. So, I take accountability for the fact that I didn't know. I don't blame myself. I was young and I didn't know. But I still take accountability for those choices and decisions that I made. I would go to work, black eyes, busted lips. I didn't care. I had to go to work. And not just because of that do I feel that way if I saw someone hitting a woman. It does play its part. But at the same time, it's with anybody. I could see it with a child. I could see it with, just in any kind of way. I don't want to see the violence in front of me. And if you put it in public, take it somewhere else if you don't want anyone to say anything. But so for me, yes, I had 2 children from that 7-year relationship. And for the most part, it was more physical from 17 to about 21. And then the rest of it was it kind of playing itself out. Me strategizing, getting tired, trying to figure out how to get away from it. Where am I going to go? What am I going to do? So that was that part of it.
Sorry, y'all. I had my own self muted. Who else is on here? Paul, have you ever suffered from physical abuse? Is Paul there? Okay. Well, we'll get back to Paul later. What about you guys?
I'm right here. I was on mute.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. When I asked the question, I put everybody on mute unless it's the person speaking. So that's what
Right. Yeah, I was just trying to respond, but I was still on mute. What are you talking about? Relationships or just abuse, period, in life? What are we asking here?
Any type of physical abuse at this moment. We'll get into the relationship thing.
Yes, I have. From emotional and physically. Yes, I have.
You want to go into detail about it or no?
I don't know where to begin with either one. All I can say is that I was made to feel at one point where I was not wanted. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't wanted around, and this was not my flesh and blood, but a family, raised around these people that are related to someone else, and I grew up calling these people aunts, uncles, and what have you. Now, not all of them did that, but there were particular family members that made me feel like I was unwanted, with little shit that was being said. So there was a mental abuse there, feeling like, well, damn, you don't even like me. Why am I always coming over here? There was physical abuse within relationships I've had. There was the mental abuse in the relationships I've had, and I'm just as guilty of giving as I receive. So I mean, it's just a lot to cover. So I'm not going to sit here and play victim. But what I will say, what the brother was saying earlier about how some women will try to make you hit them, and the sister said, well, was that because she was acting out of some emotional trauma? Possibly, but because of her emotional trauma, she's used to people reacting and responding and expecting something. You need to hit me so that now I can say I'm the victim. You see what I'm saying? And then you don't fall for it. As I went through that recently, I told y'all last week with the homegirl, she was a friend. and you flip the whole script, getting loud and yelling and screaming and trying to get in my face. You trying to make me hit you. I'm not falling for that shit. Then you got a broken TV, you plugged it up, and you want to trying to tell the police I broke it. You brought that broke motherfucker up in here. Fuck up out of here with that bullshit. So yeah, there's mental tactics to this shit, and I get when he said, "Nah, I'm not gonna do nothing." So, yeah.
Okay. What about you, Goddess? Have you been physically abused?
Well, shit, yeah, growing up with my mom being in a abusive relationship, and I won't say I was abused because I grew up beating his ass up off of her, beating his ass up off of me. I've been in a lot of situations like that, like within my family, just a lot of domestic shit.
What about a
But
relationship?
I done got choked. I was more of the abuser in my relationships because I grew up watching my grandmother, my mother getting beat on. So the last thing I was gonna do was be getting my ass beat inside of a relationship. You understand what I'm saying? So before you was able to fuck me up, I was then smooth fucked you up already. You feel me? Like that. It wasn't like I just woke up today, oh yeah, I'm gonna beat your ass. But in the event that an argument transpired, or you know what I'm saying, a motherfucker want to get physical with me, yeah, I'm gonna be the one fucking you up. You're not gonna be the one fucking me up.
Classic. Have you ever been in a physical abusive relationship or in a physical abusive situation?
Yeah, my brothers, my half brothers, that's one. Then my ex, that was really abusive. It was very physical with her, you know what I'm saying? And it's some things I'm not proud of, with her, you know what I'm saying? But one of the things that hurt me with her, just like how the other brother in the red talked about what happened to him, how his girl tried to destroy property and stuff like that, and destroy his classic car. Now everybody know I collect jerseys, right? So I had a limited edition game signed Kobe Bryant jersey, and I had his daughter's jersey also. You see what I'm saying? Signed also. My ex and me was arguing about money, right? And she wanted to get on my main account, right? Because she liked Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Burberry. She loved all this stuff, and she would always be in the negative because she's buying this stuff all the time, And so she knew I had the money because I paid the bills and stuff like that at the house, right at my house. So what she decided to do, she said, well, you always buy these stupid jerseys and stuff like that. I said, I sure do. I got money for the stupid jerseys too. She said, bet, we'll see. So what she did, she got my jerseys that mattered the most, my 2 Kobe Bryant jerseys that were game signed and game worn, and she burnt them. You know what I'm saying? She burnt them. And it both of those jerseys would have cost about like a good $5,000 a piece, So yeah, it was very abusive, very abusive. It made me plot to get her out my house. You know what I'm saying? And she's out that mug now. And I got my peace back.
Oh, that's good. Okay, guys. So I do have some more questions about abuse, but you guys got mute your mics because I'm gonna play something, and I just want y'all to react. And I'm not gonna ask any questions. I just want to see y'all reactions to this. What I'm about to play. Just be mindful or try not to overtalk each other. When once I get your reactions on it, let me just get it real quick. This is on topic, but kind of off topic, but we'll see what happens. So let me share it and see what you guys got to say.
That was crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was nice.
What I want to do is let's actually, before we get into this, let's talk to the people. Let's tell them what we got coming up. Because we got a lot of people.
It's right here. Sorry, it went too far.
Family is too small. Then you will need to really join the conversation for the full couple of hours that we're going to be chatting, guys. So just remember that.
Absolutely. So Ryan, I appreciate you for those announcements. I think we just about touched everything we need to get up in this conversation, right?
We're ready to rock, man.
We are ready to get this thing rocked off and popped off. All right. So, it's interesting because what I want to do is I want to bring a couple topics for us to discuss here,
Get to the point.
Okay. Well, the nuclear family is
just wanna
basically
get
the
to
centralization of what it takes to build the United States corporation, what the United States corporation is founded on.
And is it safe to say that that's a man, a woman, and his family all under one home residence?
Yes.
Okay.
A man, woman, and children.
Got it.
Yes.
So it sounds like you also have opinions about that, because I've even heard you go as far to say that the nuclear family is pretty much it's not relevant. It's outdated.
Well, I won't say it's outdated. I will say that it was an artificial creation to begin with. It's not natural. And the only reason for a nuclear family is to support the artificial creation of the United States, which is a corporation. So that's the backbone of the United States corporation. That is not the backbone of nature and how things were naturally meant to be. The true family is a community. And if you're Black, you understand that we have always said that it takes a village to raise a child. The nature of the woman is communal, and there are things that the woman is capable of doing that the male is not capable of doing. And because of this, the solid family foundation would be more of an extended family where there are multiple women to help rear and steer the children so that all of the weight is not put on one person. The nuclear family cuts that off and makes women independent and having them to carry the majority of the domestic duties alone, because the male is not wired or capable of sharing these duties with her because it goes against his nature. So what ends up happening in the nuclear family is that the woman becomes extremely stressed out, where she's trying to beg and force the male to help her in a way that he's not designed to help her, which is the reason why there are constant issues in nuclear family setups. So if it's hard to do, that means you're going against nature, because nature is the path of least resistance. People are having hard times trying to maintain a nuclear family because it's anti-natural.
So pretty much, just for general understanding, you believe that men and women should not live together in the same residence?
Absolutely.
They should not.
They should not.
Okay, so a man should not be living in the home where he raises his children.
No. Let me tell you, there is separation pretty much everywhere. Everybody understands that there should be separation, because if you didn't, then no one would be complaining about men going into women's bathrooms, right? Everybody would just share a bathroom. Everybody would share locker rooms. People understand that there should be a healthy separation. And what happens is when you cohabitate, you put pressure on both the male and the female, which causes dysfunction in the house. Because it's going against both parties' nature. So the way the male's brain is wired is not conducive to the way women function, and vice versa. So there's a study that has come out that shows that men's cortisol levels rise.
Let me just pause it right there, because I want to prevent from getting copywritten, whatever. So I'm just gonna kind of give y'all a little synopsis. It sounds good at first, right, you guys, what she's talking about, but she's saying that a man and a woman should not live together because of the male's nature. And she goes in to talk about how the male's nature is abusive or whatever. She's about that, how if a man lives with a woman, he becomes abusive because he has an abusive nature. So
I don't want to.
that.
I don't want to hear nothing no disgruntled lesbian got to say about heterosexual relationship. That's what I got to say.
And I disagree with her.
Mm-hmm. Darren, why you got your hands? I can't hear you, brother. Wait a minute. Let me unmute you. What'd you say? I'm unmute.
Okay. Okay, listen. First off, they need to take the mic from her and put her in the closet somewhere. I cannot stand her. She is pandering to women, and she has no idea what a man's character is and what he's supposed to do. But she's constantly speaking on that. Everything she just said other than we need to be raising as a village, or ours as a whole village. That's the only thing I agree with. Other than everything else was garbage. I am a man. She says, I am not wired to cook, but I cook. I'm not wired to clean, but I clean.
Right.
I pay all the bills. I work. I am a nurturer to my kids. I am very parental toward my kids. I'm very loving toward my kids. My kids are my responsibility. That goes against everything that she says. She's a nut. And they need to take the mic away from her. How can she say that a man and a woman, heterosexual, do not need to live together? I live for women, for black women, for the essence of black women. How the hell am I not supposed to cohabitate with what that is my nature? To love on black women, to be around them, to smell them, to everything about them I love. What do I look like being separate from that? She's a nut, and I don't know why y'all keep giving her so much airtime.
I agree 100%.
You know why?
I said, here she come bringing this fucking Looney Tune ass motherfucking scoundrel of a motherfucking. I didn't even know. I didn't think that lady was real when you had brought her up in the show that we did. I didn't think she was real. I said, she's a plant. She's a plant. She's a robot. That bitch ain't real.
She is a plant 100%.
You know,
and she plays to mislead the scorn, hurt, low self-esteem, depressed, tired of fighting ass black women out here. These mad ass black women. You gonna let a bitch tell you not to be with a man and to be with a woman if you ain't got a fucking lesbian bone in your body? Like what?
Right. And so it's so sad, and this probably be the last time I bring her up because I don't want to get attention. However, what do you mean?
You gonna keep on playing that retarded bitch videos.
Man.
This is only the second time.
you like the frazzle spirits.
Anyways, the problem with this is that there is a lot of women that are following this woman, and a lot of women are. No, she is a problem to the community.
Right? You don't follow some dumb shit like that.
Not really. I'm gonna tell you why she's really not a problem. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was gonna joke with y'all and say what's wrong with this woman, but I'm gonna be serious, right? Listen, she only gets the women that cannot get what they want out of a man. She only get the outcasts. Like the women who are confident, who can get a man, who gets dates, they're not gonna pay attention to her because they're bad for business. You see what I'm saying? Like I mean, I had to look at it. Like, you know that girl I got into it with. I don't feel like saying her name because she always watches the channel. But I knew that she hated men because she called Priscilla Clark her goddess, right? Priscilla Clark said that a man is the same as a filthy dog. You might as well sleep with a dog than sleep with a man. I mean, she was that adamant. You see what I'm saying? No woman in her right mind who's attractive, who's really gonna listen to her. It's always the outskirt women who don't want to fix themselves. So she's not really a problem because she's already a clown. Charleston White, you know how wild he is. He said this woman doesn't even like men. Why is she talking about men? And going through her book that she plagiarized. I was like, God dang.
She plagiarized her book.
He crucified her.
She plagiarized it. That's why she had to flick through it like that. And it's just like, but honestly, you can tell she's been hurt. But one thing about her, honestly, one thing I don't like what she's doing, she's taking all of her hurt out on men that never hurt her.
Right.
That's the problem. It's like I get on like Tommy Sotomayor, right? I know you guys know him. If you don't, like,
yes, I know who Tommy Sotomayor is.
Tommy Sotomayor take out his hurt on women that's never hurt him. You see what I'm saying? And he causes a lot of issues. These individuals have the same spirit of hurt and doubt, but I land my plane with it.
But you know what though? Also though, there is more than an agenda. It's a niche for them to cause the problem or the separation between us. They're being given these platforms and being paid a lot of money type of stuff out here. And that's what you really got to look at.
Right.
What is the real agenda? Because these are the type of people who get the airtime, not the ones who's trying to bring us together, not the ones that's preaching about family, not the ones that's preaching about heterosexual relationships. It's the ones that's always trying to cause some type of division that'll keep giving these platforms and keep giving the money behind them to push that. And we need to see past that type of stuff.
Right. So that's the purpose of me bringing it to light, because we have to let people know, like, this is not it, right? And so I put up this domestic violence chart by gender and sexuality, and she's trying to make, because she does not talk about the females nature, but she always talks about the male's nature, right? And so she tried to promote lesbianism or whatever. She tried to promote women to be lesbians or whatever. And it's like, okay, especially like God has said, like, if that's not you, that's just not you, right? So let people do what they do, right? So I just want to bring this chart up because it says bisexual women suffer 61% of domestic violence, and lesbian women suffer 44%. Right? Straight women suffer 35%. So straight women suffer less domestic violence than lesbian women. But by her rhetoric, she's trying to say that straight women suffer all this abuse by men, when it's really lesbian people that suffer the most. Okay.
Everybody know lesbians don't do nothing but fight.
Huh?
I said everybody know lesbians don't do nothing but fight. They can't get along with two women.
This is true. Think
That's
about
all they
it.
do is fight.
Exactly.
Let
All they
me
do.
say this. Let me say this real quick. I know personally how true that can be. And I'm not going to say exactly how, but I do know personally how. Well, I'll say it. I have gay people in my family. There's a lesbian person in my family. This motherfucker's very hostile towards her girlfriend. Very. I see it all. I see it, and I'm always like, "Why are you doing her like that? Why do you tolerate this?" And you know, this motherfucker gonna tell me, "Well, that ain't no fucking he. That's a girl."
Right.
You know, well, stop saying he. That's a girl. Ain't no fucking he.
But see, one thing I gotta say though, when it come down to them lesbians, hey, I ain't gonna lie, the ones that try to be the dude, they get dragged so bad by the film. It be said, you ain't no real nigga anyway. You's a fake. You's a fake. I'm tired of you warming up the dildo and strap on in the microwave.
Oh wow! You know what? You going too far. You know what I'm saying? I identify with being a lesbian mode. This is the first time I ever been with a man in my life, in a committed relationship with a man. So I've had 2 lesbian marriages.
And how much fighting was you doing?
No, now in all three of my major relationships, from my first girlfriend to my wife, because I'm still legally married right now. Listen, it was never no SmackDown WWE, but you know, things done got heated and arguments or whatever the case may be. Like I said, I done got choked. I done did some choking. Now I'm not gonna hold you. Like I told you, because of the way that I was raised and the shit that I was raised around, I was taught. I wasn't raised around a strong line of women. I was taught what not to be. You know what I'm saying? By experiencing this shit, like what the fuck wrong with y'all? You feel me? Getting y'all asses beat. So, like I said, I was never in WWE because that wanted me to create peace within my dynamics of all of my relationships. I did not want to emulate what I was raised in. So, but when things got a little heated, you know, I was the aggressor. I'm not gonna hold you because you're not about to put your hands on me because of the trauma that I experienced. It made me instantly like be on defense when it came to that kind of shit. I didn't go for it.
I mean, and if you look at so-called statistics and what goes on, if a woman is more emotional than a man, that's who you would expect to be more volatile, because you operating out of emotion.
See, I'm
I
gonna just say
agree,
this.
but I mean, it just depends on the type of dynamics that you have within the relationship. You know what I'm saying? I've never been a person who wants to be arguing and fighting and fussing with whoever I'm in love with. I always want to be in love the whole time that I'm in love. You understand me? So, you know, when shit did come up here or there once very far in between, you understand me? Yeah.
But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, right? I mean, where I got that from, my next door neighbors is lesbians. So it's so much.
All lesbians ain't the
But
same
it's
though.
so
Everything,
I know
you
they are
know.
not the same, but
Y'all just kick up a lot of dust.
them motherfuckers over there, I heard that dildo shit over there. I be like, God damn.
well, I can't even relate with that because I ain't play with toys, so I don't know.
I feel you
I
on
know 1997, my baby mama told me, because she's bisexual, and she said out her own mouth that women is more drama than men.
Mm-hmm.
She got into more drama with women than she did with men. And this was in 97.
A
But
lot
you
of
have-
women say that.
But if you pay attention to the just in general, women are always the root of the problem.
Yes, 100%. There you go. Speak on it, sister. Speak
Now,
on
y'all
it.
I can't let you say
I'm
that.
just keeping it real.
You can let her say that because you know.
Yes, I'm gonna say that because that is the truth. I'm not gonna say always, but most of
I
the
can't do
time,
that but laugh.
80% of the time.
Yep, so it's Mika's fault.
Listen.
Oh hell no.
Men are simple and women are way more complicated. That's
Men
all.
are
You know,
so simple. Men are very simple.
it's simple. Men are simple. They be like, okay, I got this, that. I'm good. That's all I need to be good.
Let me tell y'all, I didn't share my story about my abuse or my bullying, but when it came to me being bullied in my life, 90% of the time it came from women, or even when I was a little girl, it came from grown women or other girls. I've always got that from other. It never really was a man until I started getting in relationship with men, and I've only been in one domestic abusive relationship, which was horrible, with my ex-husband. And so other than that, though, like I've been in abusive relationships where they tried to get physical, but after my ex-husband and what he did, because he broke my jaw in 3 places, y'all. And so after that, yes.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's why I kind of like talk the way I do right now. So after that, that's when I started being like abusive. Whenever a man raised a hand at me, touched me too aggressively, or anything like that, after that, they was getting their ass kicked. So I had to learn how to pull back because, you know, like if I saw him getting like, I remember one time I was after my abusive relationship, I was dating a guy. He wanted to break my tables that my granddaddy brought me. He broke one table. I busted his head with a radio. He had to go to the hospital for stitches, and he was crying like a baby, like, don't come up in here breaking my shit up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I started being a little bit more aggressive because I told myself I ain't never dealing with that again.
So Mika, that's why you be aggressive and abusive towards me.
No, I'm not abusive towards you. Now, when it comes to business and stuff like that, yes, I'm a motherfucking warden. You okay? So
You know
I
what?
get abused by Mika Wash, y'all.
I'm a
Let
drill
me- let
sergeant
me-
in the business. And
Let me say
on
this.
business. I'm standing on business in 2024. Shout out
You
to
see
my
how
brother.
she just did that? Abusive.
Yeah.
Somebody else
Mika,
wanna talk.
let me share this with y'all. I actually know 3 lesbian couples, and all 3 of them have had very physical, abusive relationships. I'll share this one story. When I was a bus driver, school bus driver, I used to pick up the little girl, take her home. I was bringing the girl home one day, and her mom was throwing some things out of the house. And the girlfriend pulls up, and they start fighting right there. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? There's two lesbians. There was another young lady I know. Well, I was dating a chick. Her daughter's gay. She was dating a dom, I guess you would call her. You know, this woman flattened that girl's tires and threw her baby's car seat in the dumpster when we went to go try to get the car. I mean, very destructive behavior. Now, I'm not saying men aren't, but you know, with those statistics she's trying to push, she's not being honest you know, that women are just as volatile as men. It can be just as destructive. So I think it really boils down to the character of the type of person that you are and what you want in your life. That's what it really boils down to.
And hold on, and I have to say this, right? I have to say this right quick, right? Now, my next door neighbor, right? I don't get how they be fighting and always go back to their abuse. I don't know, that stuff is weird. But you know, what my other next door neighbor, the Dom or whatever, she was upset when she was crying about how her girl cheated on her and stuff right there, right? In my house, right? Because I let her in, we talked a little bit. You know, I try to be cool. This girl think she's gonna get something. I don't know, she's gonna get some goodies or some shit like that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I had to direct her out and stuff like that, right? Because she thinks she can just go back and switch teams and shit like that. Now I don't work like that. You made your bed, you gotta lay in it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep fighting. You're a strong young man. You gotta keep going. You know what I'm saying? Just because she cheat one time, the grind don't stop. But I told her that she got mad at me. But one thing we did talked about, right? And I've seen this multiple times. I would say a lot of homosexual men are very abusive towards women, and that does not get talked about. They get excused and pushed under the rug. You know what I'm saying? That is. I have a huge problem with that, and that gets ignored. Long story short, I had a homegirl. She was feeling for her friend. I told her, do not get involved. Those are two niggas fighting. I don't care how soft and how little he is, how soft his voice is. Those are two men fighting. That is different. That is not like your sister, your cousin, any female member of your family getting beat. That is totally different. She went anyway. She was the one in the hospital. 4 bruised ribs, just totally body left by a dumpster. Nobody know what the hell happened. Well, we all know what happened, but apparently she got jumped by the dude and 6 other men that was in that apartment. You see what I'm saying? God. You know, her brother went crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna spill the rest of the story. Just know there's a lot of vengeance done, right? But that does not get talked about. You see what I'm saying? Biggest bullies when it come down to women, you know, mentally and physically. You see what I'm saying? I'm just gonna put it to you like that. You know,
those gay men are fight y'all in a heartbeat.
That's true. That's messed up.
I guess I had missed it with them.
Real quick, because I haven't heard from Tila Shea in a while. Are you there? Because I've been trying to unmute your mic and it's not letting me. Are you there?
Well, yeah, I'm here. I had took a moment because I was trying to find my charger because I didn't want my phone to die. So, but I couldn't. But no, so on this young woman, unfortunately, because the beginning of that video irritated me so bad, I actually watched pretty much all of it just to see how much bullshit she sprinkled on some of the truth. And it is so unreal at some of the things that she actually said. I'm not taking anything from her truth, but the thing is that in short term, all she pretty much did was describe the ways of brokenness, and that comes in men and women. She would never hold women accountable. She kind of made it passive. If one of them said both ways, you know, men and women, women too. But she kept on with this male bashing is what it really is, because if we all come from this, and she has another term she would like to call things as an artificial environment. Well, when one of the guys said, so do you think women should just sleep with women? And this is not a quote, but in roundabout, he said, so do you think women should just sleep and date women and go to the sperm bank? And she said, yes. Well, guess what? That's an artificial environment because men produce it naturally. So some of this systematic shit that is coming out like I said, I do think she speaks some truth of ways that humans produce narcissism from brokenness, lying, cheating. But is it just men? No, it's not. I've seen men raise girls better than a woman can. She actually also said that men and women should not raise the opposite sex child. She also believes that a man, and I want to point this out real quick, because like I said, I was so irritated at some of this bull crap that I actually took some notes. So one of the things she said is that men see women for, number one, what they're sexually attracted to. Number two, they want to mold her and shape her into what he specifically needs for his void, which ends up cutting the woman down from her true self. And the moment she stops being what he needed her to be, she becomes of less value to him. That again speaks in itself of the brokenness of a mental perspective at many of men and women alike. Women will abuse a man if she can, mentally, emotionally, physically. This is not a man thing. Then she speaks of women being born. She goes into this biological, physiological, and scientific thing of men being born, men representing in biology a straight line. His counterpart is a square of 360 degrees. A woman is born whole as a circle of 360 degrees. But because the counterpart of a man is a square, the man now becomes hierarchical at 185 degrees. So therefore, his mental capacity cannot reach us as women because we are at 360 degrees. So she says, use the term relationship for what it is and how two people are connected. If you take a woman at 360 and connect her to a man who's operating at 185, he will drain her and drain her and drain her because she's the higher energy. If I've never heard so much, and I'm trying to take this down because I'm a person who is realistic but fair. It is what it is. We all are part of the circumstances of this world that came to be. We didn't create it. We didn't run it. We all are here to live in it as best we can. Is the brokenness taking over? It is. Some people take it too far of free will. I can do this. I can do that. Oh, and then she said the Bible was created for men, not women. And that men need to take other men and control them in their nature because their nature is just to sleep with any old woman, make kids here, there, and everywhere. Men have to be controlled by other men. I'm telling you, there's not a word for a lot of this other than what I called it.
Tina Shay, you remember when we did, I think it was me, you, I don't know, but we did a show and we were talking about relationship versus, and then we were talking about partnerships and marriage and stuff like that. She also said that we need to get in a partnership and not a relationship. But I've already broken down that partnership falls under the umbrella of a relationship. And the relationship is the foundation of all types of relationships.
Right. She tried to separate the two by the definition. But no matter how you try to tear it apart, no foundation of a relationship is going to make it if it's not a friendship started first. Because when you take the time to get to know anyone, it will make or break where you go from there. Because 9 times out of 10, and this is something she even said, she said I was the tomboy type. All the men around me was telling me what they was doing. Yeah, one guy says I just effed the secretary in the car and they had to clean the cum up off the seats. This is what men are doing. This is how men are. And if for not the lack of better word, she proved no damn point with that. People will do what they are allowed to do. Never once did she point out the position of the nasty woman who even allowed it, who allowed herself to be screwed in a car.
Sure. How many women have left to come on the seat?
Some of them left them in their drawers, honey. But at the end of the day, why is the man at fault
Yeah, why
for
is he
doing
at fault?
what he's allowed to do?
Exactly. And the woman probably wanted to do it in the car just more than he did.
And probably was the one who started
I
it.
don't like car sex.
Exactly.
Car sex
But
sucks.
you know, but the thing that really got me is that she really did say some things that were true upon what this world has come to because of that brokenness and that mindset. But that's a reality. And what I also think, before my phone dies, she made this statement. For the last 10 years, I've been hearing the same thing. For the last 10 years, people are always talking about the problem, the problem, the problem. I didn't see anyone. So I think in her mind, she wanted to sprinkle some bullshit on the truth a little bit, because she wanted to be that one that can say, I'm different, I'm speaking real, I'm coming with something different, here is a solution. Would I say she's completely wrong? Not to the dynamic of the reactions and the things that people are doing per se, but all the extra twists and turns that don't have a fucking thing to do. And I'm sorry.
I hear you cuss, T. Lachey. Hold on.
I normally try to hold it together, and you knew I was just about to apologize for that, because I try to always maintain myself. But this whole video has taken me to a whole nother level.
Yeah, Lisa knows that heifer cuts deep, man. That heifer cuts deep with that shit.
Hold on, before you go in, Goddess Honest, let me just expound on this real quick. One thing my daddy used to tell me: the best way to tell a lie is to mix it with the truth. That's how you convince.
And that's what she doing.
That's what she doing.
And Mickey.
Yes, sir.
And that's what I was trying to tell you about Cat Williams last week, when you was so talking about how much truth he was talking. And I was
talking no truth.
Yes, you was. You was all on it talking about I believe everything he say. He tell I feel him. Come on,
Hey,
Mickey.
hold on. I say, hold on. I'm with you, Mika. I say Cat Williams was telling truth. Because one thing, hold up. One thing Charleston White said that killed Ludacris. Bro, a nigga talking shit about you, you don't sing a song about him, you guilty ass nigga. What the hell is that?
Right.
Say this.
Like, that's what Charleston White said. I'm gonna tell you this, right? None of them said Cat was wrong.
Nobody.
They doing what they did.
So far, he to go. So far,
Let me chime in real quick. In order to be an excellent liar, you must always sprinkle the lies with the truth. Verifiable information that make you seem like you are correct in what you are saying. So there's always going to be truth, verifiable truths to make you look good. But I personally, Cat Williams, I was personally his security guard. I was personally living in the house with him. I personally took care of the kids that he claimed he was taking care of. My sister personally adopted 2 of his daughters when he lost custody of them back in 2012. The ones that he likes to claim he raised. Those kids were taken from him back in 2012, 2013, and one of the girls still live with my sister right now. He has no contact with those kids at all. He is a bold-faced lie on 80% of the things that he was saying. He is a bold-faced lie, and I have receipts, text messages, kids' testimony that I'm still in contact with, and that man is a bullshit-ass lie, and he always has been. And the only thing that I will give to him, he is extremely intelligent, and most liars are that.
Can I ask you a question, Darren?
Yeah.
Hold on, I got a question.
Because it was a video posted with this lady that used to be on tour with him, and she said that he beats women. Have you ever experienced that?
I'm gonna tell you just like this. I've seen him break women's jaws. I've seen him abuse women to the highest of abuse. Yes, I have personally seen it. There was a time when they so-called, I guess, called testing my gangster. And we was at the house in Calabasas. It was me, him, Suge Knight, Courtney G, Lil G, and I believe the DJ at the time, which name is Gunny. And Cat Williams said to me with a pistol in his hand, "What would you do? Would you get up and fight or get shot?" And I jumped up on his motherfucking ass, and he was like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" He gave me an option, and my option is to fight. So he turns to his manager. Her name is Lena. He said, "Lena, if I give you this gun and tell you to shoot him, where would you shoot him?" Lena liked me. And I shoot him in the leg. Cat socked her dead in the nose and broke her nose for saying she would shoot me in the leg. These are things that things that I witnessed. I have, and here's in keeping it. Listen, though, in keeping it all in fairness, I have never personally seen him do anything other than weed and alcohol. Did I roll up his weed? No, I didn't. Was I in the room with him whenever he was behind closed doors? No, I wasn't. But I never seen him with my own eyes do anything other than weed and alcohol. But his behavior suggests mental disorder, drugs.
Hey, hold up. First of all, hey, hold on. You did a whole drop the mic thing, man. I don't appreciate that. See, you can't just come on here. You can't just come on here and said, "I know him personally." I said, "Oh shit."
Right.
You got to drop them receipts, buddy. See, I don't know what the hell y'all got going on in California.
Let me tell you something. The only reason that I haven't really dropped receipts, I'm keeping 100 like people that know me, because I need to get paid for my receipts. See what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I definitely got receipts. Definitely text message. Here just goes some simple shit. Here goes some simple shit that's public record. This is public record. Cat says he doesn't do anybody wrong. Didn't he say that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't do nobody wrong. Can't nobody ever say I did anybody wrong because I walk on the side of God.
Oh, side of right. Okay, yeah, I remember that.
Right now on public record, there is a lawsuit that I am on that was found in my favor, that was found in Lil G's favor, that was found in Courtney G's favor, that was found in Gunny the DJ, and about 3 other security guards for non-payment. Courtney G used to be the host of BET, and everybody know who John Witherspoon is. Both John Witherspoon and Courtney G died with Cat Williams owing them over $200,000, and this is public record, because he did not pay people on tour. Did not do. And what happens is when you end up trying to demand payment, then he will find some way to get you kicked off a tour. He tried it with me, and with receipts, I robbed Cat Williams for over $60,000, and then bought all his kids Christmas gifts for December 2012 and took them to the house and gave them to him after I robbed him. He knew I robbed him and didn't do shit about it, because Cat, one thing he won't do, no matter what is ever done to him, he will never call the police, no matter what. He will never call the police. Big Syke, who was with the Outlaws, Cat didn't pay him. Big Syke took his Panamera Porsche. He will not, but his character is terrible. It's terrible. Everything he does on that charitable level is with an alternative. It is with some type of agenda. I have seen him give homeless people money. I have seen him employ homeless people just to kick them out on the road 100 or 200 miles away from where he picked them up and demean them. That little motherfucker is a monster.
Hold on. See, you had another damn drop the mic moment. Stop! You can't be doing that. Listen, bro. Hold up. How much do you want for your receipts?
Hold on.
All right. Check
I
this out.
finished this, y'all.
If you go look on Shay, I know it'd be hard to find, but on Shay
No,
Shay,
I want the shit that's real good. Fuck that.
but that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh,
I'm just trying to tell you. What I'm trying to say is on the Shay Shays and the DLs and all that, I've left comments hoping somebody would bite, but all they do is like the shit. Don't nobody bite. I'm waiting for somebody to say, show us some receipts. Well, I'll show you all receipts you need for that dollar. I ain't giving up shit free because this situation is the money that's involved with this situation is too big for me to pass up on. But I can flip everything around. I can call his kids right now. With text messages to tell you they ain't talked to that man in 5 or 6 years. But he sat up there. If you notice during his show and they asked him about what do the grandkids call you, did you hear what he said? I'm not going to tell you. Why the hell wouldn't you say what your grandkids call you? Because you have no contact with them. You don't fuck with them. You telling all this shit about everybody else, but when a motherfucker say, what the grandkids call Cat? I'm not going to tell you. What do grandkids say? He skirted all the way around that shit. He has no contact with his kids.
Well,
None.
I pulled up the courthouse news service, and it does say workers say Cat Williams owes them $125K. It says much sued comedian Cat Williams was sued again. This was in 2012 and 2013, right? Thursday by 5 men who claim he owes them more than $125K for their work on his 2013, okay, and Nation tour. Courtney Gilmore, you mentioned him.
That's Courtney G.
So I don't know how you pronounce his name. Cat Williams in Live Nation Entertainment in Superior Court alleging promissory fraud, breach of contract, and unjust enrichment. Gilmore claims the defendant owes him $80,000 for his work as MC on the tour. And then it's Evan Gunny claims that they owe him $14,000 for his work as a DJ.
Yes.
And Michael McGuire.
Who is Michael McGuire? That's me. Exactly.
I thought your name was Aaron.
My name is Theron Michael McGuire.
Oh.
Oh, he's an op.
Okay, so now check this out. Is the camera on me? If anybody knows, this jacket right here, this is Cat Williams' jacket. Personally designed for him. The
Put
guy
it
who
screen, Nika. I want to see this jacket.
Designed,
hold on. Let me see.
The guy who designed this jacket, this was the designer, Cat Proposition. This right here, this SPS, this stands for the Secret Pimp Society. Cat Proposition, the guy to design this. You can look this up. He didn't pay this dude for his work. This is his jacket. I'm waiting on him to die so I can auction this bitch off. You think I'm bullshitting?
There, you too much.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm telling you some
exclusive right here.
What the fuck going on?
Real shit. I got receipts. I got receipts, all of them down the road.
Hey, hold up. You ain't gonna talk about Uncle Cat like this, nigga. Hey, nigga, I know him from goddamn bowling club. You ain't finna motherfucking goddamn shit on his name. Nigga, you stole that jacket, nigga. Your ass on. I'd kick you out this show.
Craig, leave him alone. Let him bring his receipts. Now, what else we talking about? Because this is an exclusive right here. I wasn't ready. Why you didn't jump on the show the other day, then, Theron?
This is another.
You stole that from nigga Carmelo. You stole that from
Carmelo. No, Carmelo signed this and gave this to Cat. Carmelo signature. He gave this to Cat. It's another one of my items. You think I'm bullshitting around here?
Hey, now you stole that from Carmelo. I'm gonna tell that nigga. You gonna kill your ass. You gonna beat your motherfucking ass.
Man, I'm just telling you some real shit. Huh? You seen my name in the lawsuit. We got that judgment years ago. And basically how that played out, when the DJ got at me about filing a lawsuit, I told him I'm not with filing a lawsuit against Cat Williams. I said, now, if we put Live Nation on the lawsuit, then that's who I go after. I go after the corporations. That's where the big money at. And that's who we went after. But our sellout attorneys toward the end of the case got bullied by Live Nation, and Live Nation ended up getting dropped off of the suit. So then it just fell on Cat Williams, and we still ain't got our money like I knew we wouldn't do. Because Cat Williams don't buy shit in his name. He put everything in everybody else's name. And a lot of those times at these shows, he's paid in cash. We would be given, when we showed up to the show, he made $250,000 for every show. They would give us 150,000 cash out the box office and then wire transfer the rest. So I knew that. That's why you see so many lawsuits against him and nobody will ever get paid, because he sets it up like that to get cash payment, and he doesn't put anything in his name. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even with suing him. I didn't want to sue. I want to sue Live Nation. They the $1 billion corporation.
This is a nigga straight in the book of nigga Latin.
Hey, homie, no, that's not how that works, bro. See, I was there for that.
God, this was.
Hey, Meek, I don't know who this nigga is. He knows too
This
goddamn much.
nigga straight from the book of nigga Lations.
Listen, like I said, man, I turn all that shit upside down. They pay me the right money. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro,
Let me tell
Hey,
y'all
man.
some cold shit. This is some real shit, right? I'm talking to my peoples about 2 weeks ago, and we're talking about this Cat Williams situation. And I told you I got text messages, right? So these text messages I've looked at periodically over the years. They've always been there. You type it up. I got an iPhone. So I went in about 2 weeks ago, and all the text messages were erased. It was only my side of the conversation, but his side was completely gone. And I'm like, what kind of crazy shit is this? Because these text messages have been here since 2012. Now all of a sudden they're gone. So I'm like, okay, well, I know I screenshotted them. Let me go into my screenshots. Anybody that has an iPhone know that it's set up, screenshot, regular album, selfies, shit like that is categorized. I go into my screenshots and all the screenshots are gone. My screenshots only go back to January 2nd of 2015. I said, how the hell is that? So then I look at my regular album, but my regular photo album goes all the way back to when I came home from the pen in May of 2011. So how do I have regular photos from 2011, but my screenshots don't start until 2015? So now I'm like, they done found a way to scrub these phones and get this shit up out of here. So now you thinking to yourself, oh, this dude is on some bullshit. He lied. He ain't got no text messages. But me being a Gemini and being how I am, I screenshotted everything, emailed them to myself, and that shit is still all in my emails. So now I can show the real text messages, and what it says in my phone. My phone has no responses from him, but them screenshots that I took and emailed to myself got all of the conversations that we had right there.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
don't go to sleep tonight, nigga.
Craig, leave Darren alone.
You don't know a goddamn thing what you talking about, and you best delete that shit. That's none of your business. You would have got some money if you'd have kept your mouth shut. But now you want to be a hero and be a motherfucking somebody on the goddamn show. But we caught your ass, nigga.
Hey, it's all good.
It ain't good. Hand over that Carmelo jersey, nigga. Hand over that Carmelo jersey, and it'll be all good.
Hey, the bottom
that nigga
line
owe me
is,
some money too.
Yo, you some money too?
Yeah, he owe me some goddamn money too.
Yeah. But
I drove this goddamn truck all the way to his motherfucking house and shit like that. This nigga didn't want to pay me a goddamn motherfucking thing. I'm like, nigga, I'm helping you out, bitch ass nigga. I could have charged you all this shit.
Wait, no, you not.
Batos have to move this shit.
You not talking about Uncle now, is you? You ain't talking about Uncle Cat, is you?
Hey man, I don't want to go all into that, man. See, I ain't like you, brother. I don't reveal everything. See, I could help you. It's a little bit more. But listen, Doc, hand over that Carmelo jersey. We'll be all right. You'll be easy. You'll know everything that I know.
Y'all crazy. You guys, I want to thank everybody for jumping on here. And I do want to do some final thoughts about everything. And Darren, oh my God, thank you for the exclusive. Huh?
The exclusive, Mika.
What'd you
This
say,
might
guys?
blow.
Oh, she talking to the cat. You talking to the cat?
You,
Unmute your
you know I'm talking to Nova. Stella Nova Clarnisha Jackson.
So anyways,
She just sitting here at the foot of the bed just staring at me. I didn't even know she was right there. I'm like, hold on, you a fucking stalker. Like, what's up, nigga?
So you guys, this was amazing. I really appreciate everybody. And Theron, you need to start coming at me all sideways before we have to duke them out. I don't care how big you
Hey,
are. We gonna
hey,
fight.
I ain't worried about it.
Hey,
Where's the
don't
love?
worry. Hey,
Huh?
this nigga and me is not on good terms. Theron, nigga.
Where is
Theron,
the love?
hey, Theron, my name Classic Craig, bro. You
Yeah, I
talking
see
too
you.
much, bro. I don't like all that shit that you did, bro. Cat ain't
Hey,
did nothing. The motherfucking nobody doesn't. The Illuminati fucking with Cat, bro. You know that shit. You might be one of their informants.
No, because he had that damn chain on talking about fake woke. That chain said fake woke.
oh
That
shit! Don't let me.
that chain
Hey,
said woke folk.
hold on.
That
Don't let
chain
me.
said fake woke to me. I
Hold
saw
on.
fake woke.
I'm
Put
No,
him
I'm
on
it
a big
said
digging.
woke
screen, nigga.
folk.
Hey,
Huh?
I'm digging in the drawer right now. Can you
Put him
see
in the
that?
big screen, nigga. Put him on the big screen. See, look at this. Look at this
Can
man
you
ritual clothes. That's why he was wearing all red.
can you see that?
Wait. Let me
Look at this shit.
Yeah, that's one of his little fake items that he always wearing. Too. Shit, fake as a $3 bill.
Man, this
Why
nigga,
do you have so many of this man's personal effects?
he was stealing
Because
from him. I'm telling you, he stole from Uncle Cat. I'm telling
listen,
you.
He said, "If you
listen.
ain't gonna get my money, I'm for the strong arm the
This
5-figure
nigga was
discount
stealing
your
his
ass."
fake
Man,
jewelry.
you better
Steal fake
capitalize
jewelry.
while the
Why
getting
was
is
you
hot,
stealing
my
my?
nigga.
Why were you stealing Big Bro's fake shit, bro? God
Listen,
damn.
man. Listen. You see owe me bread. I'm a street cat. I'm gonna get mine no matter what.
And you just robbed a nigga?
I already told you I did.
He
God
said,
damn.
Gemini
Hold
do
up.
not be giving a fuck at all.
I already told you I
I don't
did.
know what's wrong with y'all.
But hold up. Why didn't you take a car like that other whole ass nigga?
Why do I feel like I'm a motherfucking accomplice
Okay.
on this panel tonight?
Let
What
me
is happening? You know, you
let
get in
me
the car with people, you don't know who they friends is.
hey Craig.
Oh,
Hey Craig.
I don't know
Hey,
this man. For the record, I do not know this man. We ain't never spoke.
hey Craig. Craig.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey Craig. You gone now, huh?
No, he there. He driving though, so he might go in and out because he driving his truck.
He said how
what's up?
you said how come I didn't take a car like a big site?
Yeah, why that whole ass nigga? I said that whole ass nigga. But you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, look, actually, I did take the Tundra, but his manager and girls paid me to bring it back. Well, they actually met me at the San Francisco Sacramento airport because he had a Tundra with the big old bull horns on it that was souped up that I did slide out in. But they blew my phone up. Please don't take it because he gonna beat the shit out of us. And I liked it then. I liked them. So I'm like, hey, you're gonna have to break bread. So they broke bread for the truck. And I was gonna get on the plane and fly back, but I just ended up renting the car with the DJ because the DJ left when I left. He said, if you leaving, I'm leaving. And that was when we was in Sacramento. So the DJ left with me. We was gonna fly back after we gave him the truck back, but they were tripping because it was Thanksgiving and they was talking about booking us for like $400 on the bags and all that. So we just rented the car and drove them back down the way. You know what I'm saying? So I did take a vehicle at one point.
How long was you his bodyguard again?
Man, this is a few months. I was living at the house in Calabasas, all that shit.
Hey man. See, check this out. I could get you in trouble, bro. But
You can't get
you
me
a
in trouble.
well-rounded nigga, and you cool. I can get you in trouble, bro. But I'm gonna
You
tell
can't
you
get me
this.
in trouble. You can't get me in
Hey,
trouble.
bro, you don't know who I know. You don't know who I
Hey,
know. But
you
check
know
it out.
what?
But check it out. Check it
Yeah,
out. Crossed me too. So I'm gonna
yeah.
tell you this, right? I'll be in Cali in the summer, right? I'll be in LA, matter of fact. I'm gonna do some business with you. I'll break bread for that Carmelo jersey. How much you want for it?
I'm gonna tell you like this, keep it 100. When I first snatched him up, they wanted 500 for him at the time. That was over 10 years ago.
But how much you want though?
I
I know
don't
you
know.
want
I
more
ain't.
than 500.
Yeah, 'cause I ain't looked up the going rate, but we can talk about it.
Craig's serious about that jersey,
Oh, I
though.
know he is
Oh,
because he say he a Jersey fan. I already know.
Yeah.
so
All right, you guys. So it's time for me to wind this down now. Craig, you can take over and I could just exit, or we could just do final thoughts.
no,
How
your
you
black ass gotta stay here. You invited
No, you gotta
this
go.
Illuminati enriched individual. That's why he wearing all motherfucking red like he a goddamn blood on it. You can't come up here and just disrespect the great Cat Williams. You stole his fake chain, his truck, his jersey, his motherfucking goddamn pimp suit. What is this? And
He
I
said
am
pimp
really
suit.
I'm
It
very,
is a
very
pimp suit, though.
I am very pissed off at this. Miyaka, how do you feel about this?
I'm just telling you, the cat. He's not who he say he is. He's extremely intelligent. He is that. He's extremely intelligent. We've had long conversations. I won't take that from him. But as far as his character, it's terrible.
Yeah,
And that's not to say that I got the best character or had the best character at the
I
time.
mean, you don't.
But at the same time, all that shit he
Definitely
talking.
don't when you came at me sideways, but we'll talk about that later.
It's all right.
What you think about the whole situation?
I don't know. I think he's telling the truth about a lot of stuff because ain't nobody pulled out ain't nobody said he was lying. I mean,
Well, they
this
actually
guy.
did though. But they did actually say he was lying. And let me tell you where they say he was lying. Guy Torrey came up with a video because he said that Cedric the Entertainer didn't do the comic shows in the city. Well, Guy Torrey came up with a video showing where he was introducing Cedric the Entertainer at his show. That's one lie. Ice Cube emphatically said that there was no rape scene and that he did not come in and talk no producers out of doing a rape scene. That is a 100% lie off the top. So you have had people come out and say where he lied. The only reason that Cube didn't want to go in on him hard because Cat was speaking up for Cube as far as his pay rate went during the movies. But Cube emphatically said that there was no rape scene. So if Cube said there was no rape scene in his movie, that means Cat 100% lied about talking producers. That means Cat lied about talking producers out of putting a
That
rape
don't
scene
mean
in.
what,
No. That is
that
not what
just
he said.
means that Ice Cube came and said something that could have been a complete lie. Now I'm not on nobody's side because I don't give a fuck enough. But
well,
Ice Cube, what makes Ice Cube statement true, and that would, you know what I'm saying? What make
What happened? Let me tell you what he
But here's
said.
the thing. Here's the thing. I understand what you mean by that, but you guys said that nobody has came out and said he lied.
No, I'm going to tell you right now. Ice Cube did say that there was no rape scene. He did not say that Cat Williams did not talk them out of that. He just said that it was not a rape scene in the movie and whatever. And Cat Williams didn't say it was a rape scene. He said they
Yes, he
wanted it.
did.
What Cat Williams said was they wanted it to make it seem like he got raped in the bathroom. He didn't say
They
they
was
was
going to
going to show
imply
the
it.
scene. He
They
didn't
were
say they
definitely.
was going. He never said they wanted to like show a rape scene. He said they wanted to make it as if he was raped in the bathroom.
And Ice Cube backed it up
And
by
Ice Cube
saying,
just said that it was not a rape scene. That's it.
Ice Cube backed it up by bringing up Players Club, how it was implied that the girl got raped, but we didn't see her get raped. He said that that's how it was going to be. Nobody was going to see a rape scene, but it was going to be implied.
That is not what Cube said. That is not what Cube said.
Go look at
That's
it.
not what Cube said. Listen. What Cube said was, I've never put a rape scene in any of my shows. And basically, the only thing that was ever close to that was the implication in Players Club.
Right. That's what he
But
said.
that's the exact same thing that Cat Williams said, though.
You're trying to do your own interpretation.
I watched both of it.
What he said was the closest thing to a rape scene was the implication in Players Club. Cat Williams
never said there was going to be a rape scene shown.
You're talking
He
over.
did.
Yes, you did.
He
Yes,
did.
you did.
Unfortunately, he did, Yaya. He really
Over.
did.
You did say
No,
that.
he did not. He said they wanted to
Okay.
make
Now,
it like he
there's no
got
need to
raped.
go
He
back and
never
forth.
said that they
There's no
were
need to
gonna
go back.
show it.
Hey, Mr. Bodyguard, you gonna make me make a call if you keep on, bro.
Hey,
I
keep on.
don't like this.
I'm just
I don't
saying.
like
Okay,
this at all.
guys, let's wind this down because I really got to go. Okay, so can we get the final thoughts here? And let's start with Tila Shay.
Yes, ma'am. I just say to people who are bullies, grow up and grow some balls, leave people alone. To those being bullied, hold your head up. Can't tell you how to deal with it. We've all dealt with it in different ways, but for whatever your situation may be, deal with it as best as possible. And, that's pretty much all I can say on it because there are different avenues and different things. And as far as this lady goes, I said what I had to say. It's not enough for me to repeat. It's way too anyway.
Thank
And
you so much.
Darren, good luck. Keep your receipts. And hope that all work out for you.
Thank you so much, Tila Shay. Final thoughts, Goddess Honest.
I just would like to state on the record, for the record, that I have no affiliation. No, not really. No, I had a good time tonight. That shit got real than a motherfucker. It was nice meeting everybody, and I don't know Theron. I don't know him.
Okay, you really reiterating that.
I mean, y'all ain't gonna know him for long anyway. It's the last time y'all see him breathing. Put it like that.
Craig, stop it. Okay. Who else? Oh, yeah. Final thoughts.
No, just don't. If you're being bullied, and you feel like it's really, really affecting you, get some help. Get somebody to help you fight back or do something. And you stop robbing folks. And that's about it. Good night. I had a good time with you guys.
Okay. Paul, final thoughts?
People, if you're being bullied, like many of the panelists have probably suggested, get some help, seek help, whether that be a therapist or
You breaking up, Paul.
Damn, am I still breaking up?
Okay, now we can hear you now.
Is it still back? I was saying, seek a therapist, hire a bodyguard like Theron. Maybe take a stand for yourself. It might come a time where you just have to stand up and really defend yourself. And as far as that disgruntled lesbian, any of y'all want to follow that foolishness, go right on ahead. But hey, you'll find out the hard way. The grass ain't always green on the other side. Sometimes we got to look at ourselves. Maybe we're the common denominator of why we might be in troubled relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'll leave it at that.
Thank you so much, Paul. Theron, final thoughts? Wait, Theron. I'm sorry. Let me unmute your mic. Hold on. All right, go ahead.
Okay, when it comes to bullying us as parents, we need to teach our kids that it's not right. We need, as men, need to stop influencing or encouraging our boys to act with this bravado and making them believe that that's all right when it's really not. For those that's being bullied, wait till you got the advantage and bust them in a motherfucking mouth. And I guarantee you that you won't be a victim of a bully again, because they won't want that to happen again. But we really got to teach the kids, because they're now the future. The bullying that we may have happened or gone through, that might be the past. It might even be present for some. But right now, we got to show these kids and not look at this behavior as being cute. You know what I'm saying? We see it. We see the mamas, we see the daddies dressing up the little boys like gang members. We see them encouraging this stuff, and that's what causes them to become bullies, because it's being accepted by their parents, and the parents is who the kids look up to, whether it be for good or bad, you know what I'm saying, influence. So if they see us encouraging that, then that's what's going to cause that. So we need to really put it in our kids' head that there's nothing cool about it, there's nothing cute about it, and not be accepting of that type of behavior in our kids.
Okay. Classic.
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. On Throwing the Shit with Classic Craig. Yeah, this is my show.
Hello.
I'm joking. Yeah, shooting the shit with Mika. I'm glad everybody came. You know what I'm saying? It's great to have you all on. You know, I love all of your comments, except for Theron's. I feel like he's picking on Uncle Cat. That's not cool. But great conversation. I'd love to see y'all all again, except for Theron. But I just want to say y'all had great conversation. Another conversation that we're gonna have, it's on Paradigm Shift, our partner channel. It's gonna stream on this platform also, on the whole effing show. We're gonna talk about basically how it's absurd how older women are teaching younger girls stripper techniques on the pole dancing. Mika Wash herself, aka the Prophetess, that's her nickname. Don't ask how she got it, but she will be co-hosting alongside DMG the Poet on Paradigm Shift about that topic, and all of you are invited. Theron, you're invited too, even though I put a bounty on you. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's all good. It's just business. I know you've seen John Wick. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to thank all y'all for coming and supporting the whole effing show. Please like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to build. This is where the real conversation's at. On the whole effing show, you can shoot the shit with Mika Wash. Until then, we would love to see you guys again. I thank you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so much, Craig. And I want to just thank I want to thank all the panelists for stopping by and being supportive and putting in their input on this. And hopefully, if somebody is going through any type of bullying or any type of trauma from bullying, wait a minute, I need to, because I'm getting some feedback here. Pick up something and knock their ass out. No. Please don't be a hurt person hurting people. You know what I'm saying? No, you keep your hands to yourself, to the bullies. You know, you guys work through that stuff. And I'm Mika Wash.
Show who you are. Good riddance. Is your kid and bit the forbidden? As it was written, you overbidden. With the heathens, karma is a bitch, so how you living? Pray for my enemies, unforgiven. Cast the pearls on hog moms and chitlin. If it's too hot, get your ass out the kitchen. Finger licking good looking. Doing in the stew, I'm cooking. You psyched out,